Hi everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, I mentioned this one in a previous video. We checked out the Entity from Tenable. Now we are checking out the Eaglestrike. And there definitely are some similarities between the Entity and the Eaglestrike. They put these out right around Christmas time, just before Christmas. And we've got this aluminum. And there's several color variations with the Eaglestrike, as there were with the Entity. And I'm really kind of digging. Of course, we got the red. Yes, and we've got sort of that checkered pattern, diamond texture. Yeah, it looks more like, there you go, diamond. There, that's nice. Now, I will say, the diamond texturing is going with the grain of the knife, basically. So my thumb does slide a little bit. On the back side, I am getting really good grip. On the front side, it's not bad, but it does slide a little bit. Now, that can be definitely an issue with aluminum handles, is if without texturing, without that stuff, it does, we could have some slippage. And there is a bit on this one. But it's not terrible. It's not bad. It's just there. Gotta mention it. We do have a small back spacer going on. Definitely right hand only clip. You can tell by the angle there. Overall, everything is chamfered off. The texturing is definitely chamfered very nicely. Again, it's done very well. No letterboxing going on. You can see the chamfer going across here. It's just done really well. Now, with this clip, it's definitely coming down on that diamond texture, and we'll definitely see there's a little bit of resistance there. Crossbar lock again, dual thumb stud deployment, pretty smooth. There is a little bit of stick on this crossbar lock. Now, we could probably take care of that with some oil. Oil it up. It could do it. It could be a result of the coating that's on there for sure. Now, they call this a drop point with a spear point. That's how it's listed. And it's really a drop point. That's what I see. We've got a nice ramp with some great jimping going on. I really like, and with that ramp, it kind of gives them the space for the dual thumb studs. They are in the cutting path / sharpening path a little bit, for sure. Let's see there. Are they easily... Not sure how easily removable they're going to be, because I don't see, a spot for a wrench to go in there. So, yeah. This one might be a little bit more difficult. Obviously, you've got the red anodization going on there. So, if you're using... make sure if you're going to try to take them off, you use soft grip pliers or something like that. Just so you don't mark up that anodization. Nitro-V on this one. And then we've got some some gills cut into the blade there. You guys, I'm a fish guy. I like fish. So, of course, that just gills immediately comes up to it. Now, this one, as you can see there, is a James Lowe collaboration. But fairly good size knife for sure. I mean, that sharpening choil is there, but... yeah, those darn thumb studs are in that path just a bit. So that's something you'll definitely have to take into consideration. So good size, definitely good size. We'll get a spec check going here. So we're over 8 inches. We're about 8 1/4. 4.5, probably just a little more than 4.5 on the blade. So, I mean, it's pretty close though. 3 3/4-ish. On the blade, more like 3.5 on your cutting edge there. And then your grip length is coming in just a little over 4 inches. I mean, as I grab it, I definitely have pretty much a full finger width left over of room. So larger hands should not have an issue with this. And that diamond texture, you gotta point this out. That diamond texture doesn't really affect, it affects my grip in a positive way, not a bad way. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There. So, we'll do our size comparisons, even though we know it's going to be much larger than the bug out. Absolutely is. And more PM2-ish. And there you go. So definitely, it edges out the PM2 just a little bit. Just a little bit. It edges it out. But let's get a weight. There we go. And we're starting grams. 124, a little bit of weight to it. 4.4, it's not bad for the size though. Not bad at all. And then here we go with the clip. So now, with the clip, as you can see, it goes in fairly easily. Definitely not a deep carry clip. So you will have some, and these are all fairly bright colors. Vibrant colors, I guess I should say. Vibrant colors, so they do stick out. It's got a good pop. And, you know, I don't see that as, since, again, we are going, that diamond texture is going, you know, kind of with the grain, so to speak, of the knife. It's not going to be a pocket ripper, but we've got some decent retention going on there. Yeah, decent retention. Good in the pocket, good coming out of the pocket. So, to me, not an issue. So, what do we got with the Eaglestrike? Well, it's coming in right around $70. Nitro-V, you know, blade steel, aluminum, a lot of texturing going on that aluminum. Action is pretty good for the most part. Like I said, there is a little bit of stick on that crossbar lock. Jumps out on the thumb studs. No issue there. But yeah, some slight stick. I can't shake it out. No issue there. You know, you can use the crossbar lock to open and close if you wish. I do not. Just to close, not to open. But give it a good hard flick. There's just a little bit of stick there. So, like I said, maybe some oil. That should take care of it. So, overall fit and finish, good. Action, pretty good for the most part. But ergos, going to be the main point here for me. Fantastic. The ergos are terrific. The overall design is very, very good. Fits my hand very nicely, even though, like I said, it's a little bit bigger. You know, you guys know I like right around 3.5. But the way my hand lands in this, no issue whatsoever. No issue with the pocket clip at all. That's very nice, low profile, feels nice. And then that ramp. That ramp just gives my thumb a nice place to land. And it's very, very, very comfortable. And, again, did very well. Did very well in our cut test. Make sure to check that out if you would like. Should be linked down below along with the link to the Eaglestrike. You can check out all the pretty colors. There's a few. Vibrant. Like I said, vibrant colors for sure. Excellent. Overall design by James Lowe and very well executed by Tenable, in my opinion. You know, a couple of nitpicks with a little bit of stick on the crossbar lock, but other than that, it's done very, very well. Another very good knife from Tenable for sure. So, again, have to thank Tenable for sending this one out. They sent this and the entity out to check out, so thank you so much for that. And of course, thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the Eaglestrike with me from Tenable. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.